You're at Goldman Sachs. Nobody tells you what the real test is. That's the first thing you learn. Not the hours, not the models, not the PowerPoints. It's the moment the market collapses. Your MD is unreachable. The client is on the line, demanding answers you don't have. What they don't tell you is, you're already in too deep. There's no way out but through. You're about to experience what it truly feels like inside the units of elite corporate power. The quiet codes, the unseen battles, the personal cost. You're at Morgan Stanley. That means you're a disposable cog in a machine built to move mountains of capital. Your acceptance rate? Less than 1%. They filter for relentless drive, not genius. They want obedient workhorses who can survive on fumes. Most candidates fail when they try to impress with their ideas. They don't ideas, they want execution. The moment most candidates fold is in the final round Super Day, not during a technical question, but during the tell me about a time you failed, where they can't convincingly show resilience, just regret. They want grit. They need proof you'll take a hit and keep coming. The unwritten rule, your life is not your own. You exist to serve the deal. Hierarchy is absolute. Unspoken commands are followed without question. The silent test is constant vigilance. Are you waiting for instructions or anticipating them? Are you observing, learning, absorbing? Fit means you seamlessly integrate into the existing exhaustion, never complaining, always ready to absorb the next impossible ask. You understand that your personal life is a distant second. This isn't a job, it's an all-consuming commitment. Every email is a potential command, every phone call a crisis. It's 3 a.m. The war room is quiet, save for the clicking of your mouse and the hum of the servers. Your screen glows, reflecting off your glazed eyes. The latest draft of the pitch deck, it's 300 pages. One chart is wrong, a single data point. The MD will see it. He has a photographic memory for discrepancies. You're the last one awake, the only one still sifting through numbers. Your phone buzzes. A text from the VP, deck ready for review. Your heart seizes. Do you send it knowing the error, or do you pull an all-nighter to fix it, knowing you'll miss the 6 a.m. deadline for print? You smell stale coffee. You taste regret. You make your choice. The weight of the deal rests on this. You gain unparalleled experience. You lose years of your life, relationships, and often your fundamental sense of self. Nobody warns you about the second part. The cost of climbing so high is leaving so much behind. You're at Citadel Securities. That means your worth is measured in microseconds and daily P&L. Acceptance rates are sub-zero. 5%. They want pure processing power, cold logic, and an instinct for opportunity. You get cut if you hesitate. If you show emotion, if your reaction time is even slightly off, they watch your eye movements, your micro-expressions. The moment most candidates fail isn't in a coding challenge, but in a real-time market simulation, where they freeze under the impossible speed of information. The simulated losses accumulate too quickly. They see you falter. You're out. The unwritten rule. The market is God, and God is unforgiving. Hierarchy is flat, but performance is king. Your P&L dictates your respect. The silent test. How quickly do you adapt when a strategy blows up? Do you blame the model, or find the flaw in your logic? Do you learn, or do you collapse? Fit means you thrive in an environment where failure is immediate, public, and expensive, but never personal. It's a numbers game. Your numbers. Every second counts. Every basis point matters. The air buzzes with constant data. It's 11 p.m. The Asia markets are opening. You're alone in the trading pit, the only one on your desk monitoring the overnight algorithms. A rogue trade flashes red, small at first, then growing. The auto-kill switch hasn't tripped. Your heart hammers. A bug. A ghost in the machine. Your finger hovers over the manual override, a button that can cost millions or save billions. The screens are a blur of rapidly changing numbers, a digital tidal wave about to engulf you. The data feed lags for a split second. Silence. The system is struggling. Do you trust the algorithm to self-correct, or do you manually intervene and risk making it worse? Your palms are sweating. The decision is yours. This is your moment of truth. You command immense power over global markets. You are entirely expendable the moment your edge disappears. Nobody warns you about the second part. The market moves on without you. You're at Blackstone. That means you are a steward of other people's empires, tasked with brutal efficiency. Your entry point is typically post-IB analyst, an even narrower funnel than banking. They select for the ability to project confidence, dissect businesses, and negotiate with ruthless precision. You get cut if you can't see the entire chessboard, if you get lost in the weeds. They test your executive presence, your ability to lead. The moment most candidates fail is during the case study, where they can't articulate a clear, concise investment thesis, or they miss a critical diligence red flag that could kill the deal. They want certainty. They want control. The unwritten rule: control is paramount. You acquire, you optimize, you exit. Hierarchy is subtle, but ironclad, defined by deal history and capital deployed. The silent test: how well do you command a room? Can you make a portfolio CEO sweat? Can you identify weaknesses others miss? Fit means you embody an assertive, unapologetic hunger for value, always seeking advantage. You understand that every interaction is a negotiation, every question a probe. There are no friends here, only allies of convenience. It's 1 a.m. You're on a private jet, crossing time zones. The target company's CEO sits across from you, his legal team by his side. They just countered your offer, a brutal, aggressive move that threatens the entire deal's IRR. Your MD is back in New York, asleep. You are the only one awake, the only one with real-time access to the revised models. The CEO is watching you, a smirk playing on his lips. He thinks you're green. He thinks he has you. You can concede and hurt the fund's returns, or you can hold firm, risking the deal collapsing entirely. The cabin is pressurized. The air is thin. The silence is deafening. You see the numbers flashing in your head. You make your counter. Your voice doesn't waver. You gain control over vast economic empires. You sacrifice any illusion of a work-life balance, replaced by an eternal obligation to capital. Nobody warns you about the second part. The ownership is absolute. You're at Baupost Group. That means you are a scavenger, feasting where others have bled. This is a niche. They want contrarians. People who see opportunity in chaos, value in distress. Acceptance is based on your ability to connect disparate facts, predict bankruptcy outcomes, and stomach extreme risk. You get cut if you lack conviction, or if you can't articulate a clear path to recovery or liquidation. They want someone who thrives in ambiguity. The moment candidates fail is when they present a thesis that sounds too safe, too conventional. They want the boldest bet, the most complex puzzle solved, the unwritten rule: emotion is a liability. You buy fear, sell greed. Hierarchy is meritocratic. If your thesis works, you're king. If it doesn't, you're forgotten. The silent test: can you identify the true leverage point, the obscure legal clause, the market dislocation? Fit means you are intellectually tenacious, comfortable in ambiguity, and possess a deep skepticism for conventional wisdom. You learn to trust your own judgment above all else, to question everything. Every filing, every report. It's 6 a.m. The restructuring call is set for 7. You've been digging through thousands of pages of old bond indentures, SEC filings, and litigation documents for a crumbling energy company. A forgotten covenant, a small print clause. It gives your fund seniority over billions in secured debt. Everyone else missed it. The lead attorney just emailed, asking if you're absolutely sure this clause is still active. One wrong interpretation, and your entire investment thesis, your reputation, your career could evaporate. The sun is just starting to pierce the blinds, casting long shadows across your desk. The empty coffee cup is cold. Your eyes burn. You double-check the paragraph, the date, the signature. Your mind races. Is this your moment? Or your tomb? You draft your reply. The conviction in your fingers is absolute. You discover hidden value others ignore, securing outsized returns. You live with the constant shadow of catastrophic loss, betting against the market. Nobody warns you about the second part. The abyss is always there. These moments define you. These night scenes repeat. It's 3 a.m. Your screen glows, reflecting off your glazed eyes. One chart, 300 pages deep, is wrong. A single data point. The MD will see it. Your heart seizes. Do you send it, knowing the error? Or do you pull an all-nighter, missing the 6 a.m. print deadline? You make your choice. It's 11 p.m. Asia markets open. A rogue trade flashes red. Small, then growing. The auto-kill hasn't tripped. Your finger hovers over the manual override. Millions on the line. The data feed lags. Silence. Do you trust the algorithm or intervene and risk making it worse? The decision is yours. It's 1 a.m. on a private jet. The Target CEO just countered, brutally. Your MD is asleep. You're alone. The CEO smirks. He thinks you're green. Concede and hurt returns? Hold firm and risk the deal collapsing? The air is thin. The silence deafening. You see the numbers. You make your counter. It's 6 a.m. The restructuring call is at 7. A forgotten covenant. Your fund has seniority over billions. The lead attorney asks if you're absolutely sure.